Tonight at 6, we begin with Tracking the Tropics. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Brandy Cummings here with Ashley Baylor in the Weather Center. Now, on the side of your screen, you can see the current conditions from the Outer Banks, and 10 on your sides, Matt Gregory at the Virginia Beach oceanfront, tracking dangerous conditions there at the beach. The system expected to create problems over the next 36 hours. And Ashley, how bad are we talking?
Well, things are not going to be looking pretty. I will say that we just had Tropical Depression 8 develop earlier today, and it is likely that it could actually develop into a tropical storm over the next 24 hours. So the stronger it gets, the worse conditions are going to be. Now, I will say the worst conditions will be down along the Outer Banks as opposed to the ocean front, but even the ocean front, you will see some impact. So let's take a closer look at these storms. You can clearly see Tropical Depression 8. It is about 335 miles southeast of Cape Hatteras, and it is continuing to move west at about 9 miles per hour. Now, I will say the winds at 35 miles per hour, those are a little bit closer to the center of the storm. We also have Hurricane Gaston out there, now a major Category 3 hurricane with winds sustained at 115 miles per hour. Farther off to the south, we also have Tropical Depression 9 that also has winds at 35 miles per hour and is moving west at 9 miles per hour. And we're also keeping a very close eye on that system as it could potentially become a tropical storm over the next 24 hours. Now, we are tracking the tropics. Again, you can see Hurricane Gaston, not a huge concern for us. But what makes Tropical Depression 9 very interesting is how it could curve right over northern Florida and then eventually towards the Carolinas. But right now, we're more focused on Tropical Depression 8, which, as you can see, is going to curve very close to the North Carolina coastline, and obviously there will be some impact there. So as we put a track on this for you, you can see it curves just towards the North Carolina coastline, towards the Outer Banks, right around Tuesday afternoon with winds potentially at 40 miles per hour. So if it becomes a tropical storm, it will be a relatively weak tropical storm, but as we know, we still could potentially see some locally heavy rainfall, high surf, very strong rip currents out there. I mean, in this situation, I would not recommend going in the water, even for the surfers out there, as wave heights could potentially be around 6 to 7 feet all the way from Nags Head down along Cape Hatteras. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on the tropics for you, and of course talk about more what you can expect not only in North Carolina over the next few days, but here in Hampton Roads as well. It's coming up in just a few minutes.